So, a few days on from Tottenham, how do you look back on it?
Listen, it was an experience for everyone involved. I think from the board, the fans, everyone down. It's a memory that we'll always keep, and hopefully we can use it as a positive to kick on, because I think rightly so everyone's received some praise and there's a really good feeling about the place. So hopefully now we can kick into the main stuff and use that as an incentive going forward.
Yeah, terrific memories, but you do have to use it, don't you? Because without that, it's a wasted opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, like a lot of people would say, you be careful of the lull off the back of it, but I don't think there will be a lull personally, because I think we had a positive, obviously second half in particular against Doncaster, but positive performance against Doncaster, go into the weekend for different reasons. One was on the ball, one was off the ball. Can we bring that together now in the next games and really kick on? Because I think we have quality, we've shown that in games, we just need to be a little bit more consistent.
So the players have been okay, have they? They've managed to focus again on Wimbledon.
Yeah, 100%. I think they were a little bit stiff. They've covered some serious distance. They ran at a huge intensity against top players. So they were like that. You knew they'd be stiff on Monday, even Tuesday a little bit stiff. But no, all good in this morning now. Good session we're looking forward to. So the heads have been on Wimbledon since at least kind of Monday, Tuesday. Let them have a day with their family, maybe down in London, and look after it, and then we come back and heads on, and this is massive now. The Tottenham game was always a bonus. We hoped it would go well. It did go well, so now we kick on, and it'll be quickly forgotten if we can't do the business on Saturday and Tuesday going forward.
You must have been delighted with the two new players who came in at such short notice. Yeah,
obviously I know Trevor quite well, and I know his quality. Like Trevor he's a higher level than even this, no disrespect to us. Trevor's at least a championship goalkeeper. He's proven that international level, he's proven that in cup finals and different things as well, so he's exactly what we needed. He'll compete obviously with Kyle for a game, and then Jacob did fantastic, so coming straight in, having played just 23s football for a few months, he comes in there, he gave us his all, cramped up a little bit, which is understandable, but I think he was fantastic, did everything we need him to do. And without having worked with the team for too long, he moulded in nicely, and you wouldn't have known he was a new player, which is a major positive for us.
Do you think there'll be any more comings or goings before the weekend?
Yeah, listen, we've said before, we haven't got a magic wand, and we've signed everyone for a reason. Everyone we brought in the summer, as much as it was a short turnaround, we did it for a reason. Everyone has strengths, everyone has positives. Not every signing is going to work out for us, but if the right business happens, some people may want to leave as well. It's not always a one-way street where we look to move people on. People sometimes want to move on for different reasons. I spoke to Scott Wootton yesterday and wished him all the best. He's off to a fantastic experience in Australia, so that's one of them where that comes up. It suits him and his family, and we look at options from there. So we'll not rule anything in and out. We are busy, obviously. That's the reason we brought Foyley in as well, to help us out in terms of recruitment. So with the gaffer back in as well, he's had a week in the house, so anyone who knows the gaffer knows he's climbing the walls, dying to get back in. So we'll see how it goes. We've 2 more weeks the window, so see what happens.
So the manager's okay, is he? He's going to be okay for Saturday?
Yeah, thankfully, even going into the game, he was fine. Obviously, he had to isolate because of the positive test, but he had a head cold and a sore head for maybe a couple of days. But he's been A1. He's been itching to get out, and I think he'll be a coiled spring when he comes back in here now today. So. But yeah, the good thing is he can work with the team ahead of Wimbledon as well, and that was the big thing for last week. He was able to do all the work with the team in the build up to the game. He missed the main event, but ultimately the work that was done on the training ground stood to us. So he's buzzing to come back in. I'm happy to go back in the background. Thanks very much.
Do you know what he was like? Watching or listening to the Tottenham game, how did he manage?
I think it was difficult. Obviously, anyone who watched it from home and stuff will know that it wasn't very easy to get a stream of the game, to watch the game live, and with any streams or any games you watch at home, there's always a delay. So we could be discussing, like Martin Fall was in touch with him on the bench as much as we could be, but we'll be discussing something, and it hasn't happened for him yet, so he hasn't seen it. He hasn't seen someone maybe be leggy or tired or cramp up, and but yeah, challenge for anyone. I think if you're so much involved in it, it's so much of our life, it's everything we do, we're obsessed by what we do, we want to succeed, so to be kind of sent away and not allowed to get involved, it's a real frustration. So hopefully that'll come out in a positive way now in the next week or so, and he can drive the team onto a couple of good results.
So what's it been like for you then? An amazing week to have to step in.
Yeah, listen, a surreal experience for me at my age, just to get the opportunity to stand and coach at a venue like that against people like that. It was a fantastic experience, one I'll never forget. Fantastic for my family to be there and see it as well, because people are like, oh, it's the first of many and all, but you generally never know. My own ambitions, I never know if I'll ever be a manager. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but for me it's one that I'll always remember, and I have the pictures now with Conte to prove it, so I'm a happy man. So,
injuries wise, how are you looking?
Good, as I said, there was a couple of stiff legs after the weekend, but no new injuries to report, which was fantastic. The subs we made were due to tiredness and just fresh legs. We have Adam Phillips was running, Courtney's running, so we're looking quite good. Please God, they'll all be back in. Now the lads will be back in training full next week, and at the minute it looks quite positive. So wait and see. We'll not be jinxing ourselves, but it looks quite good and competitive. That's what you want. You want, unfortunately, tough decisions for people that maybe won't travel to Wimbledon, because that means our squad's more competitive.
And Wimbledon at home was one of ththose crazy 4-3s. But that time you were on the wrong end of it, weren't you? Unlike the Doncaster game the other week, you don't want that again, do you?
No, and listen, we try and learn from all the games we've been in. It was funny. I was at the Wickham against Bolton game the other night, and you start remembering the Wickham experience, and again it's 4-3 and everything like this. So you have to learn from these things. I'm sure Doncaster will learn from the result against us. We'll learn from how we played against Wimbledon, tactically, decisions, everything else. And the big thing for us is people always talk about new signings and everything in January, but the boys have had 6 months with us now, so they're all new. The squad was new, the staff was new to the club, so that's settled as well. So you're automatically going to get better decisions. You're automatically going to get more continuity now going forward. So yeah, hopefully we can. Small tweaks going forward, and I think I'm pretty confident we'll see ourselves go up the table shortly.